Hello, everyone. I just wanted to tap in and just say hello and to remind you that, hey, you do matter, and to remind you to just be you. I know we are living in a world that is ever changing each and every day, and there is so much division, but again, you matter. And I'm here to remind you that you matter. In times like this, I don't know if you're a believer, but even if you aren't, take a look at that book of Revelations. It's a good place to start. Find a version that is easy to read. I even sometimes read the children's version of the Bible because it's just easy to comprehend. Nevertheless, do things that are pleasing to you. In my opinion, there is no such thing as the American dream and trying to, do what you think other people think that you should be doing. It's okay to converse with others, get ideas, get suggestions, and so on, but do what pleases you, no matter what other people may say, think, or their opinion, as long as it's pleasing to you and it's pleasing to God and it brings joy. And most importantly, if you can help others, that's all that matters. And don't focus on the money. I know that's hard to say, especially when, many times, especially now, with the rising costs of groceries, the rising costs of housing, the rising costs of gas, and just living, period. It's just, continuing to rise. So I know it's easier said than done to say don't worry about the money, but truthfully, it will come. And just, even when times get tough, just say, to yourself or say, out loud. You don't want people thinking you're crazy, but, if you're somewhere, just, hey, Lord, I trust you. Because I don't know. I've just had to trust him more times than I think in my entire life. And I'm just grateful for, the little things and the big things, especially, with this being, you know, Breast Cancer Awareness Month and being a 3-time survivor. Yes, I had breast cancer 2020, 2021, 2022. So, yeah, I am grateful for the little things, and I had to go within and to look at some things that I needed to change, and there's still a lot of things that I'm working on. We all have our things that we have to transition through and work through. Some people, we have different vices, and unfortunately, um, yeah, I speak a second language, and it's called cuss you out, and food can be my vice. And nevertheless, I am aware, I am working on me, and I'm continuing to work on me on a daily basis. And I, know that I am not better or greater than the next person, and I do come with flaws. So if I've ever rubbed you the wrong way, please forgive me. Um, but moving on through and navigating today's world, just show up and know every day that you look in that mirror, know that you are needed and you have something to contribute. And just be you and try to be that better version of you, and try not to get discouraged. Do your best. And again, don't worry about what others are saying. It's the little things. What brings you joy? I was having a simple conversation with my son about tea, and my youngest son, and he was saying um, he wanted to start drinking more of the loose leaf tea, like the kind they have at work. We have some at home, but he wanted to buy more because he found that more of the packaged tea has more chemicals and so on. So that sparked an idea in me because he said maybe, he would start growing, and gardening is my first therapy. So with that, I just started saying, oh, started drafting what teas could I start growing and growing in my area, um, and what could I start now? And that would be a good project for me. It's something I love, something I can definitely share with my family, my friends, and my community and beyond, because I will be sharing it with you guys. I will be sharing my little Ronnie's tea journal with you guys coming up pretty soon. It's still in the drafting stage. But more importantly, that's an example. What is something that brings you joy? You know, and something that, could possibly help others too. I'm not a huge tea person. I usually only want to drink it when I'm sick or want to drink it, like during the summer, iced tea. Um, I like, sweet tea, and I love lemons, and so I like to add that. But nevertheless, focus on what's in your control. Don't fuel your anxiety. If it's out of your control, let it go. You know the saying, let it go, give it to God. And anytime you start taking it back, you may have to, say to yourself or say out loud. I know people may think you're crazy, but if you're in the car alone, you may have to verbalize that. Who cares what they think? God, I know you're working. I know you're working. I know you got me. I know you're working this out. And, there's many of things that I've had to repeat that, because when you get to playing those tapes back, all it does is it takes away time away from you. It increases your anxiety, and it could lead you into depression and even a deeper depression. And you deserve better than that. So many of us are dealing with so many different things. So we have to learn to let go of the things that we cannot control and focus on the things that are in our control, and learn to pray and give it to God. Um, it's just so important more than ever to tap into your spirituality and tap into your faith. And we got to learn to say no. And that means even saying no to our family members and friends. If your heart's not in it, you're not feeling it, or if it's going to cause you discomfort, it's okay to say no with a smile and no explanation needed. Just no. Or, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Or, you know, or just no. It's up to you if you want to give an explanation or something like that. But you're in a period where we are all dealing with a lot of spiritual attacks, financial attacks. There's a lot of division, and you have to work on really building up yourself, your mental health, your emotional being, and all of that affects your physical health. So there's no time or no room for nonsense and BS. So it's all about positivity. And if it's not positive, you gotta, tell it, her, him, who, and whatever to kick rocks. Tell them where to go, how to get there. And that's the same when you're, casting out those demons. You can't just tell them to get out of here. You got to tell Satan exactly where to go. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not any of that. I'm just a woman that has been through a lot and still navigating a few things, and just here to share some of the things that I've been through, and here to support you on your journey. And just know that it does get greater later. You just got to stand strong, stand in your truth, and don't let people, you know, I'm sorry, I was getting ready to go on a tangent, but don't let people, fill your head with lies, or, try to tell you things that are true. You just leave it where it is, and you go the other way and move on in your truth. And know, again, that you are an asset to this world. You have plenty to give, and you focus on that, focus on you. Hey, look at me. I'm 54 and back in school, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm doing something I enjoy, and I know that it's going to bring some quality to my community and beyond. On that note, as usual, be blessed, and remember to always be a blessing to others. Remember to, prioritize your happiness.